Okay, welcome back to Miss Cindy's Kitchen. Today we're going to make one of my dad's famous peanut butter fudge recipes. Well, it's not. It was one of his Christmas traditions, and all the neighbors asked for it. All the relatives, even back east, would get care packages with holiday goodies and fudge. And since he's passed away, it's a nice tribute to him to make the peanut butter fudge that he always made during the holidays. So, I'm glad you joined us again today, and I'd like you to like and subscribe to my channel. And then please give me feedback and comments and suggestions for future episodes. And this recipe is older, so I'll do my best to put a link in the description so that way you can refer to it. But it is from Better Homes and Gardens new cookbook. This edition is from the early 70s, I think. You can tell by the graphics in it. But I love classic cookbooks because there's a lot of older, simpler recipes that are not convoluted and complicated. This is pretty much very simple. It is 2 cups of plain white sugar, 2/3 cup milk, and again 2% is the best because you need some fat in your milk when you're cooking and baking and making candies. And then 2 teaspoons of vanilla, 1 cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips, a cup of crunchy peanut butter, and then it calls for a 1/2 pint of marshmallow fluff. So we'll basically just use half the container. So we start off by putting the 2 cups of sugar and the 2/3 cup milk into the saucepan, and I'm going to light the stove, and you're going to cook it on a medium heat. You don't want the flame to be too strong. So, and you want to use when you're making candy, you want to use a non-reactive spoon, because reactive is metal, because it has something to do with the way the candy heats in the sauce pot. So basically you're going to stir the milk and sugar as it heats up, and then the longest part of this recipe is waiting for it to come to the soft crack stage. I'm sorry, the soft ball stage at 234 degrees.
Yeah, because we're not sure what the soft crack stage is.
Yeah, that's a plumber's day off, I guess. So, but anyway, you want to make sure you have a heavy saucepan, which basically it has like an insulated bottom because that helps conduct heat better. And you need to have a good candy thermometer. And this one clips on the back of the pan, and so it stands up. So basically it's going to take a while for it to come to temperature. You just want to stir it as it's boiling, and then it will take a good 10 to 15 minutes to get it boiling to the right consistency. And a lot of people don't realize that it does take that long. So if you try to guesstimate and not use a candy thermometer, it's really hard to determine the right temperature for your candy, and that will sometimes prevent it. There's a hot spot on the back of the burner. Basically, you need to pay attention to the temperature, because if you don't get the sugar boiling to the proper temperature, the fudge won't set. Or if you're making taffy or something of the sort, the sugar just will not set up right. So pay close attention to the temperature that the recipe calls for, and watch your thermometer and make sure you let it get to the correct temperature before you move to the next step in the recipe. So we're going to pause here, and when we get close to the correct temperature, we will bring you back and show you the completion of the recipe. And the boiling sugar and milk mixture is now at 220. So pretty quick it will get to the 234 degree stage. And at that point we will take it off the heat take out the candy thermometer, and then we'll add in the remaining ingredients. And once it is all combined, we will then pour it into a prepared pan. It is a 9x9 square pan that has been buttered.
So when the thing gets the temperature, you put everything in the pan.
You put the rest of the ingredients into the hot boiling sugar mixture. Okay. And right now, it is at about 225, so it's got less than 10 degrees to go. And it's very important to make sure you reach the correct temperature and follow the recipe guidelines for the temperature. And then one thing we did at the beginning that I neglected to mention was that you're supposed to butter the inside of your saucepan. So that way the sugar doesn't stick and form crystals on the side of the pan. Just plain old butter. I rub the inside of the saucepan, and then I rub the inside of the square pan to which we're going to put the fudge when it's ready. So
could you use one of those butter sprays?
No. It's better just to use plain old classic butter because that's what the recipe calls for. And you don't want anything else to impart any other flavors into your candy mixture because it may affect the way it sets up. Because if you look at the, come in close, Logan, you can look at the bubbling sugar mixture. It's not sticking and forming crystals on the side of the saucepan. See? Because you buttered it. That's the reason. These older recipes are so much easier to follow because they're simpler and they have, you know, clearer instructions, I think. So, just got a few minutes to go until it gets to the sugar mixture, to the correct temperature. So while we're waiting for this to come to the correct temperature, please like and subscribe to my channel. And I'd love to hear from you with your feedback and questions, recipe suggestions. So just please take the time to do that. I love your feedback, and I'll do my best to get back to you in a timely manner. We're approaching 230 degrees, so we're almost to the 234 degree softball stage. So please like and subscribe and share my channel to your friends, because I'm sure they would all love to see these nice and easy family-friendly recipes. And we're very close. It's at 232.
It's almost like watching the ball drop.
Yes. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. So it's just got to go up another degree or so. This is kind of like the expression of waiting for a pot to boil. You know? On the one hand, it goes quickly, and on the other hand, it drags. Alright, so 234 degrees. I'm going to turn the stove off. I'm going to put the pot on a cloth on the counter so I don't burn the counter. Take this out. And then you're very quickly going to add your remaining ingredients. Vanilla. Chocolate chips. Gotta stir that up real quick. And then your 1 cup of chunky peanut butter and half a jar of marshmallow fluff. Yummy stuff. Also good on a peanut butter and fluff sandwich, which they call a fluffernutter. I think Elvis had those with bacon. I don't quite understand bacon and peanut butter together, but
maybe we'll have you make it in a future episode.
Maybe.
Fluffernutter sandwich.
So this takes a little bit of stirring to get it to come to the correct temperature. See, it's starting to come together. Just scrape down all your goodies off the side of the pan. Just stir. Dahlia hears food being prepared and she's cocking her head looking at me. But dogs cannot have chocolate. As much as they would like to, they can't. But they can have good old plain old peanut butter. As long as it's straight peanut butter, either natural or made with sugar, not any of the other weird sweeteners people use nowadays.
Yeah, but our dog would be dumb enough to try to get the vanilla and the marshmallow.
So that's what you're looking for. A nice, you know, consistent brown, smooth brown texture. So now we are going to dump this into the prepared pan, which I'll bring over here. So let's just butter the pan, a 9x9 pan. So we're gonna dump it out. It smells delicious. If only we could add aromas to the channel. The way we, you have aromas at the grocery store when they have baked goods or rotisserie chicken.
Main Street.
Or Main Street when they pipe out the smells of the cookies and ice cream. I mean, most of taste involves your smell and your sight of the food too. So presentation matters. And smells do truly whet your appetite. So this looks like it came out pretty much on target. There's a tiny bit of marshmallow fluff that didn't mix in, but that's okay. It'll have a little bit of a ribbon in it. And I think on future episodes we'll show you some of our other favorite holiday treats, such as the saltine cracker candy, which some people call Christmas crack because it's addictive. And then let me know of any other candies or holiday cookies you'd like to see. So this is our beautiful pan of peanut butter fudge.
Ooh,
and it needs to sit for a while to fully set.
So how long is a while?
At least an hour. So you're just going to have to wait. And then make sure you like and subscribe and share this video. And then please give me feedback. I love your feedback. And then we will let you know what it looks like when we're able to dig in and enjoy it.
It's like Tom Petty says, the waiting is the hardest part.
You got that right. Alright, now our fudge is cooled off. This is the Better Homes and Gardens new cookbook, Peanut Butter Fudge, made famous by my dad. When I was young, he would make it for friends and family and neighbors. And anyway, thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe my videos. And what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to cut this up into approximately 1-inch pieces. So start with a line down the middle. You'll want a very nice sharp cutting knife. And then out of each half, you're going to make 3 lines. And I sometimes put an extra hand on the knife to try to get it to go in a straight line, but you're not being graded on the perfection of your lines, so just do the best you can to make it somewhat even. And then turn it around and do that the other way.
Oh, good.
Yes, it is delicious. The last pan I made disappeared quickly. My coworkers, when they heard I was going to be filming this episode, they said, "Please bring us some tomorrow." So, I'm getting a fan club of all my food at work. So, now you can see we have approximately, you know, like 1, 1 1/4, 1.5 inch cubes. It doesn't have to be perfect, but that's a good serving size for little bites of fudge. So, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe and share this recipe so your friends can make fudge for their holiday gift giving. So look at that nice fudge. And Logan, you can be the taste tester.
My favorite part.
Yes, let's all watch Logan taste the fudge. Dahlia's like, I want some of that. Nummy, nummy, nummy for your tummy?
That's very good.
Yeah. So, we're going to put it on a plate so it can cool off a little bit more. And see, this is when you let the sugar come to the proper temperature, the fudge is going to set properly. Because if you don't let it come to the proper temperature, you're going to get a soggy pile of fudge. It still tastes good, it just has a weird texture.
It'll just be soggy.
A soggy bottom fudge. I know. Logan's going to get the giggles if I keep that up. But as you can see, just take it out of your pan and set it in a nice little circle on the plate for a nice presentation, or you can put it into containers to give to your friends, because when you make this much candy, you really should share it before you end up eating it all yourself. So, but again, thank you for joining us again today on Miss Cindy's Kitchen. We enjoy your viewership and we love your feedback, so please like and subscribe and share this video so more people can enjoy it. Have a great day.
Thank you for watching Miss Cindy's Kitchen. To get more recipes like this one, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell for notifications when new videos are uploaded. Share it out to your friends, family, neighbors, and leave us a comment to let us know how this recipe worked for you. And don't forget to hit that like button. Again, thank you for watching Miss Cindy's Kitchen.